ConocoPhillips is the largest exploration and production company in the world. We're headquartered in Houston and we operate in 17 countries around the globe. It's a very exciting time to be in the oil and gas sector right now. In spite of the recent experiences we had a couple of years ago when crude prices collapsed. We actually experienced about a 70% revenue decrease for about 2 quarters and a 50% decline in our revenues almost for 2 years. So it was quite a traumatic event for us. Our economics group actually had some early insight, I'd almost call it precognition, to what was going on in the industry. And I think that gave us a little bit of an advantage in terms of knowing that things were going south from a price perspective. It was probably going to last longer than we anticipated, and that we needed not only to put in place the strategy changes that we had already queued up based upon this scenario happening, but also maybe to dig in a little bit more deeply on other strategic choices. We built up a data and analytics organization, and we decided that we were going to invest in that with our very last discretionary dollar. We felt that that was the space where our industry was probably lagging others, and that having a competitive position coming out of the turn would really pay dividends for us. So we had some really great discussions during the period in which we didn't have the cash flow to support doing the projects, but we had the strategic attention of the executive team to talk about what would we do when things looked better. Resiliency comes from experience. I don't remember any courses in college that taught that. There's the enterprise or overall company resiliency, which can be objectively measured by the strength of your balance sheet and your ability to generate cash flows at lower crude prices. But there's also the resiliency that comes at sort of the cultural level of the company. Your employees' enthusiasm and their affinity for the industry they're working on and their passion for making the company successful. A little harder to measure, but just as important from a retention perspective. We're now in a position that the next time this comes around, that there will be other companies that maybe didn't put as much effort into that, maybe didn't build that same resiliency. As uncomfortable as uncertainty is, and as difficult it is for you as a leader and for your organization, there's a big reward at the end. It's really easy to enjoy your role and for your organization to be motivated and spirited when times are good and prices are high and things are going well. The way you differentiate your value proposition to your company is when you take care of business when things aren't quite so good.